Shri Shri Radhamulidhar Radhagovinda Gaura Premananda Shurpapa Ki Jai Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Paradevi Sachvachanamo Namaha Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Paradevi Sachvachanamo Namaha Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Paradevi Sachvachanamo Namaha Srimati Toswani Ki Jai. Hey Avilasi
Radha Krishna Seva Prabhu Hey Avilasi
Tumara Sanaloy Tara Pancha Porna Hoy
Tumara Sanaloy Tara Pancha Porna Hoy
Kripa Kori Koro Tare Vrinda Vanavasi
Kripa Kori Koro Tare Vrinda Vanavasi
Namo Namah Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
More Avilas Vilas Kunje Diovas
More Avilas Vilas Kunje Diovas
Nayane Hiragosara Yugla Parasi
Nayane Gosara Yudhipurasi
Namo Namah Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah Adhikara Diye Koro Nindradasi
Seva Adhikara Diye Koro Nijadasi
Seva Adhikara Diye Koro Nindradasi
Namo Namah Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Jina Krishna Dase Koi Jina Mora Hoy
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 Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Jina Basi
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 Namo Namah Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namah
Yani Kani Cha Papani Brahma Hachadikani Cha Tani Tani Pranashyante Pradakshana Pari Pari
Yani Kani Cha Papani Ramana Tani Kani Cha Tani Tani Padachanti Padachana Pari Pari
Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani
Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani Tulsi Maharani Jaya Tulsi Maharani
Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi
Jaya Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi Vrinda Devi Jaya Vrinda Devi
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Paradevi Sachavachanamo Namaha Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Paradevi Sachavachanamo Namaha Vrindayai Tulsadeviyai Priyayai Keshavashacha Vishnu Bhakti Paradevi Sachavachanamo Namaha Shrimati Tulsamani Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Vano moi savadana mate yahara prasahare bhai ebhavatori yai Krishna prapti ho yaha hoite guru Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Tahamayati Ye Prasadi Pure Sarva Asha Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jnana Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktani Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hari Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha
Hari Hare Nama Krishna
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Madhusudan. Hare Hari Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhakaragunath. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghunath. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha, Murli Dada Radha, Murli Dada Radha. Jaya Radha, Govinda Radha, Govinda Radha. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Or Prananda Shilpapa Ki Jai. The lotus feet of our spiritual masters, the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic predominates, my hidden ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual masters, the ocean of mercy, friend of the poor, and Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful to us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread throughout the three worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to the Sum of devotees. Hare Krishna Bhakti Angel Prabhu and Gyana Gamya Prabhu. Thanks, Gyana Gamya Prabhu, for the offering of help. We're so busy this weekend trying to catch up with everything. And then for the next, through November 1st, we are so busy at work. We work at this high-end flower shop, and because of the economy, a lot of flower shops have closed. So it's kind of ironic. We're doing good because of that, because the wealthy people still spend money on florists. So we have to do like 4 parties for John Carroll University, where the average amount of arrangements is like from 40 to 70 arrangements each, and a wedding next weekend at the Intercontinental Hotel in Cleveland Clinic, and one of the biggest weddings in the city this year at the Art Museum the week after. So starting Monday, we're going to be so busy through the 1st. And then I'll give you a call, and I'd really like you to help me with, getting this stuff working right. And today we're just got to get caught up with our kind of like personal things we got to get done before we go to work tomorrow. No worries. All right, thanks, Babu. Okay, Lord Nishringadev Ki Jai. Namaste Narashrinaya Pramada Nishringa Parato Nishringo Yato Yato Yami Tato Nishringa Badir Nishringo Hiraye Nishringo Nishringa Saranam Kapade Tavakavakam Lavare Makam Advuta Shringham Dharita Hiranyakashipu Chanubringham Keshavadrita Narahanirupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nishringade Jaya Nishringade Jaya Nishringade Jaya Nishringade Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nishringa Bhagavan Ki Jai Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Can't say this enough. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Great.
I remember in the early 80s in San Diego, they used to say it all the time. So again, it brings back good memories saying it. Lord Damodar Ki Jai, Mother Yashoda Ki Jai. Namam Vishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Vasakundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Piyonukaladvamanam Param Kristam Vasyam Tato Jatya Gopya Vedantam Murnitra Yumam Rijantam Karam Bhajayudmena Sajankanecham Murusvasatam Patirekakakanta Stitagraipadamodaram Bhaktivadam Swami Lavirananda Kunde Svadoshami Majantam Atyapayantam Tadeshi Tadeshu Bhaktirjitatvam Guna Prematastam Shata Bhaktivande Maram Devamoksham Namoksham Varimva Nasham Yambreham Verisharapiha Idam Teva Purnata Gopala Balam Sarame Manasya Avirastam Kimanyai Idam Terukam Bojam Madhyanta Niler Vitam Kuntalai Snigdha Saishchagopya Muhushchamitam Bimbarataramane Manasya Avirastam Alamakshalabhai Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukkha Jalandimagnam Kripalisti Visyati Dinam Bhatanyu Vihani Shamam Agyam Vidyaksha Kubera Madhumara Mudaiva Yatat Swayam Mojita Bhakti Bhaja Kritacha Tata Prema Bhaktim Swakam Me Prayacha Namokshigraham Hesti Damodareya Namaste Studamne Spuradipidamne Tvadiyodarayata Vishvasya Dhamne Namo Radhikayai Tvadiyai Priyayai
Natalisaya Devaya Tunam.
Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Shri Radha Damodar Gaura Premananda Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Kind of did that a little bit backwards.
It's all right.
So,
If I could-
this temple room we have here in the house is due to Mother Vani's parents. And today's her mom's birthday. So this is Toby Delma. Her nickname was Toby. We have this house because of her and her father. They passed away. And she allowed us to make this room into a temple room because she had dementia. Interesting about that is that even though she had dementia, anybody that came to the house, she used to bring them to this picture that we got of Sitaram.
Yeah.
And this came from a famous artist named Bubba in New York City who had a gallery. He would take these famous vintage posters, not just Krishna consciousness, but other genres. But the Krishna consciousness ones, he gave us his collection. He donated into the temple, and our biggest donors, we gave them each one of them. There was like a half a dozen of them. And we kept the Sitaram one. And he decorated them with Swarovski crystals.
Yeah, Swarovski.
Swarovski crystals.
It's her the highest
And another thing he did was he brought the wife of the CEO of Goldman Sachs to the temple. That's pretty big. And her and her husband lived in Eleanor Roosevelt's apartment in the Upper East Side. So she came and really appreciated the temple. And so today, in gratitude for Mother Vani's mother, she made this garland. You can see that the feet of Radha Govinda here. And as an offering to her mother.
Can I add a little something? I want to tell one more little pastime about my mom, because again, we're in gratitude. We would not be having such a beautiful temple room. She really loved the way it was decorated, but there was one thing, even with her dementia, she had remembered that behind the altar, where all the flowers are and all, let me just show you this part of it. The whole back part is a huge mirror. And she loved that mirror. And one day she, took the cloth and realized that the mirror was back there. And she got really upset. And she said, I want to see the mirror. I want you to take that down so we can see the mirror. And I said, Ma, this is a very holy room now. It's our temple room. And when one goes to pray, it's not appropriate that you look at yourself in the mirror, that you see your reflection. That's vanity. And she got that immediately, and she thought, yes, you're right. So I just thought that was pretty generous of her.
We're very grateful.
Yeah. Put on
We're going to read from Srinamrita. Reading from Srinamrita, the Nectar of the Holy Name, as Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. We cannot say that enough also. Oh, it's raining.
There are 10 principal offenses which can be committed against the Holy Name. The first is to blaspheme the great devotees who have tried to spread the glories of the Holy Name throughout the world. The holy name of Krishna is non-different from Krishna, and one who attempts to spread the holy names throughout the world is beloved of him. Krishna himself does not tolerate offenses against his pure devotees. The second offense is to deny that Lord Vishnu is the absolute truth. There is no difference between his name, quality, form, pastimes, and activities, and one who sees a difference is considered an offender. The Lord is supreme, and no one is equal to or greater than him. Consequently, if one thinks that the Lord's names are non-different from the names of demigods, he offends. The Supreme Lord and the demigods should never be considered on the same level. The third offense is to consider the bona fide spiritual master to be a common man. The fourth offense is to blaspheme Vedic literature and authorized scriptures like the Puranas. The fifth offense is to consider the glories attributed to the holy names to be exaggerations. The sixth offense is to concoct perverted theories about the holy name. The seventh offense is to commit sinful activities under the strength of chanting the holy name. It is understood that by chanting the holy names, one is free from sinful reactions. But this does not mean that one should act sinfully on the strength of chanting. That is the greatest offense. The eighth offense is, that was interesting because last week when we were distributing prasadam, one of the homeless men, we were explaining the Maha Mantra to him, and I was telling him how, this can counteract all this, more sins than you can possibly commit. And then I quoted this offense, and he laughed. He said, "That's a good point." That is the greatest offense. The eighth offense is to consider that religious rituals, austerity, sacrifices, or other forms of renunciation are equal to chanting the holy name. Chanting the holy name is as good as associating with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Pious activities are only means to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they can even be performed for some material reason. The ninth offense is to preach the glories of the holy name of God to a faithless person who is not interested in hearing them. The 10th and last offense is to maintain material attachment even after hearing and chanting the holy names of God. The idea is that by chanting the holy name without offense, one can obtain elevation to the liberated platform. On the liberated platform, one is freed from all material attachments. Thus, if one chants the holy names and still has material attachments, he must be committing some offense. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Srila Prabhupada Jai.
Krishna consciousness is so nectarian.
And here's today's Mahaprasad. We have interesting rose. It's kind of like a yellow with red tips. And from the praying hands, is the really fragrant marigold from Krishna's garden outside, offered to Lord Nrsimhadev, and some ladus.
We actually have a tulsi leaf.
So, a traditional ladus, made with love and devotion, lots of ghee. Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Mulidhar. Jai Nishringadev. Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, Hare Krishna Bhakti Angel Prabhu. Gyanagamya Prabhu. Shri Shri Radha Mulidhar, Radha Govinda, Radha Damodar, Gaur Premananda, Shri Papa Ki Jai. All glories to some of the devotees. Hare Krishna Bhakti Angel. Jai.